What's up, what's up, what's up, what's that? It's the B Tatum. It's the B Tatum. One day I'm going to make this a show. One day. Maybe one day soon. Where to be consistent and all that good stuff. Oh. It's the B Tatum. Tatum, beat Tatum, beat Tatum, beat Tatum. It's the B Tatum show. It's the B Tatum show. Oh. B Tatum show. It's the B Tatum show. It's the B Tatum, B Tatum, B Tatum show. It's the B to the B to the B Tatum show. It's the. Let y'all get in here. It's the B Tatum show. Yeah. B Tatum, B Tatum, B Tatum, B Tatum. Y'all like this song? I like this song. It's the B Tatum show. It's the B Tatum show. Oh. All right. Let's get into this, ladies and gentlemen, gents and ladies. I just want to, throw this out here real quick. Some of y'all may know, some of you may be curious or may still be wondering if you saw what you thought you saw. Yes, you did. I was at the UFC fight here in Arizona. Shout out to Dana. Shout out to the UFC for bringing such a tremendous fight to the dirty desert. It was fire. I ain't gonna even lie. It was fire. I ended up being blessed to get some seats right there at the front. I mean, I was sitting on the front row. I mean, right there at the front. For those of you who saw the fight, you saw me right there at the front, and it was a blessing because obviously I don't need to give you the details, but I know people, so I was able to get some seats at the front, and it was a tremendous fight. I got a lot of respect for the UFC after this event. I mean, UFC is a real deal. As bad as I believe that I am, I wonder, could I fight in the UFC? The very first fight, the dude's arm got dislocated. His arm was this way and went like this. And it was bad. It was bad. To see it up front, it was bad. And Nate Diaz, let me say this, man. Nate Diaz lost, but in my heart, he won. Nate Diaz won. It was crazy, man. It was crazy. The guy was beating the socks off of Nate Diaz. I mean, he appeared to be a better fighter overall. He was more in shape. His strikes was better, whatever. But Nate Diaz is a scrapper. The dude is a scrapper. Like, he's just ruthless, man. Like, he didn't, like, how people fight and they be like, okay, I don't want to get hit. Nate Diaz is like, come on, hit me. I'm gonna hit you back. Come on, let's put on a show. And at the very end, Nate hit. I mean, everybody could see it. You hear it, and homeboy went, and the crowd went crazy. Everybody thought that Nate Diaz was going to come back with the craziest victory ever known to man. Hit him with the And then he was working him. He was like, if he had 30 more seconds, Nate Diaz would have dropped him. It would have been over. I like the guy energy, man. He don't care. He bleed, blood running all down his face. He got cuts all over his head, and he's still lining them up. So I got to give respect to him, man. That was a good fight. The little guy, I think it's Moreno. That was a good fight. Him and I don't know who the opponent was. I forget his name. But little Moreno, they were quick, man. They were pop, 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 pop. And then he got him, choked him out. It was done. And then Izzy, that was pretty fun, man. I got some exclusive videos for y'all because I was right there at ringside, and so I was recording some of the stuff. I got some exclusive videos. I may share them with the Tatum squad people. But Izzy, that was it wasn't a good fight. It was exciting, but it wasn't a good fight because nobody got knocked out. It wasn't, the guy just wasn't on the same level as Izzy, man. You know, it wasn't the same. He wasn't on the same level. Some of the other fights, they were duking it out, man. They were duking it out. And a lot of people were talking about the fact that the person sitting next to me happened to be Justin Bieber. And it wasn't coordinated. The opportunity presented itself to, hey, do you want these seats? And I said, well, you darn right I do. And obviously Justin Bieber happened to be sitting right next to the seats that I had. And so, of course, man, I sat down there. You know, I know a lot of people got a lot to say about Justin Bieber. I don't follow him. I don't listen to his stuff. I mean, I know I heard of some of his songs, but I don't really follow him like that. So I don't know where he stands politically. People say he's an extreme leftist. I mean, I'm at a UFC fight. I don't care what people's political beliefs are. I'm not even talking about politics at a UFC fight. And I saw him. I shook his hand. I mean, he introduced himself to me and two other guys I was with. And he said, what's up? He introduced himself. He was cool. He wasn't being a weirdo to me, so I treat him like anybody else. Like, that's one thing about me is that I don't look at people like they celebrities and stuff. Like, I don't, man. I respect the craft. I respect the accomplishments. But you just a regular person like anybody else, you know. And if you whack, then I'm gonna treat you like you a whack dude. If you cool, I treat you cool. And it was funny, man. Let me say this. Let me say this real quick, because this is something that I have to say. Because for everybody that has been following me or that know anything about my story, this event to me was a testament from God that you don't have to worry about the football thing. Let me explain that to some people real quick. If this ain't your show, because I'm not talking about Nancy Pelosi, then just catch me on the next one. People that know me or that know of me, I had a really, really hard time with my football career. Like, even to this day, I still have thoughts and dreams and stuff about playing football, and I miss it. You know, I feel like I never really reached my potential. I went to a university. It was horrible. The coaches sucked. Not all of them, but the ones that mattered sucked. The environment was it was a whack environment. Like, I when I was in high school, I was an All-American football player. I was the top player in the nation. And I went to a school that had a tradition of winning. And so all we did was win. Everybody was winners. Everybody had a winning attitude. We would just dog people out because we were winners. I went to college thinking that it was a competitive environment, and I went into a program of losers. And I'm not saying that the individual players were, but the program was a losing program. And nobody had the winning spirit. You know, everybody was worried about their job. Everybody worried about losing. You know, all these politics are being played. And with all of that went on, I never really played at the University of Arizona. Even though I was a tremendous athlete, I probably was one of the best athletes to ever play at the University of Arizona, play football. And 2010, I was in the NFL draft because I was such a good athlete, although I never played. I played special teams a couple times. And you know how crazy it is that I didn't play that much, but still I was in the NFL draft. That tell you how sorry these coaches were. But I was in the NFL draft 2010. I didn't get drafted. They promised my agent I was gonna get drafted. In the 6th or 7th round, I'll be the only safety that they pick in the draft. We threw a draft party. It was my birthday. It was all in all. They passed on me. They told my agent that the only reason they passed on me was because my coach at the University of Arizona had talked so much trash about me, and the fact that I didn't play, and the fact that I left the team, I think 3 games into my 5th year, I was already graduated, because they were – I could go down a list of why I left the team, but they know why I left the team. So all of that has transpired, and I've been hurt. I've been hurt and disappointed for years. I have dreams about playing football every night. Even now, like a couple nights ago, I had a dream that I had that one more opportunity. But see, I think what God was showing me, and the only reason I'm telling this story because somebody else it's for you. It's not just for me. It's for other people that understand that God has a plan for your life that's bigger than what you think. Back to the story. So I was devastated for years. I needed an opportunity. I became a police officer. I turned down a semi-pro contract to be a police officer because I felt like semi-pro wasn't my thing. Like I want to be a professional, and I'm not gonna put my body on the line not to make the money. You know what I mean? I'm not doing it. I guess I didn't love football enough to do that. And I was a cop. I served honorably. I tried out for the NFL when I was a cop. The opportunity came up. A couple NFL coaches were open to seeing me try out. And so while I was a cop, I tried out. Of course, I didn't run a good 40. I think I ran like a 4.5 in a 40 at 220 pounds. I was a safety. That wasn't good enough for the NFL. You know, you got to be faster than that. And I just couldn't put together a 40 because I had just only been a cop and training on my own. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't even – I jumped out the uniform and tried out. Like I didn't even train. I was just working out as a cop, and then I just went out there one day. I didn't have nothing to lose. That's why I did it. But obviously I didn't get picked up. So years went on. This political thing went on. And a lot of people, and I feel like in my heart that God was saying that if I wanted you to play in the NFL, you'd have been in the NFL. Obviously I didn't play. However, this is the takeaway. So last night, because of the people that I've been able to meet through this political success that I've had and the YouTube channel and all of the success that I've had, and thanks to you guys, a lot of you guys have helped me build this channel and build a brand. And obviously it took a lot of integrity and hard work on my part. But I know people, and I met a lot of people. And so I have access to things for free, which is a blessing. So I was able to go to the UFC fight. I got the seats for free. And what shocked me is the position that I was in compared to where I thought I should have been. Now, there was a whole bunch of NFL guys there. Charles Woodson was there. LeGarrette Blount was there. Who else was there sitting behind me? Metcalf or whatever the dude named, the wide receiver for the Seattle Seahawks. It was a few guys there, a bunch of popular people there. But the funny thing is they were sitting behind me. Now, of course, I didn't pay for the seats. I got the seats because, I got the hookup. But what it was revealed to me was that Brandon, and this is for somebody else, Brandon, I got you. All of that talk about playing in the NFL, I have a bigger and better plan for you. All the guys that play in the NFL, some of them are in, some of them not in, I can put you in the position that I want you to be in. You can still be as successful. You can make as much money. You can have as much influence as you ever thought you were going to have in the NFL. Just follow what I tell you to do. Do it with integrity. Be courageous about what you do. Chip away at it every day. And I'll bless you. And that's what it was all about, man. So I feel like, man, God really showed me, like, I got you, B. Don't worry about it, man. Don't worry about what you think you missed. You didn't miss nothing. Because I can put you in front of these people. I can put you in a position that's in front of, figuratively. This is like like a vision that I'm having. I can put you in front of anybody. I can sit you on the front row with the music legend, even though I don't really listen to his music. But you got to give it up to Justin Bieber, has accomplished a lot. I could put you here next to this person. I can put you anywhere. I'll set it up to where you can be as successful as I want you to be. You don't need to wish and pray that you made it to the NFL and all that stuff. You don't have to. You don't have to feel like you lost something, which is a blessing for me. Which is a blessing. All right, let's get to some more stuff. All right, somebody said, how did you first meet Candace Owens? Very interesting story. Candace Owens and I met in 2017. Candace Owens reached out to me on Twitter because I had just started blowing up. She was blowing up. We were both kind of getting popular at the same time. Candace Owens she was Red Pill Black on the YouTube. She was Red Pill Black. And so I knew of her because she was a black person being a conservative, and, her video was viral. So she reached out to me on Twitter and said, hey, I think we should meet up. Maybe we could do some content together. If we let's meet each other, see if we vibe, and then we could do some content. And I said, sure, that's cool. So I live in Arizona. She came down here. She was visiting here. I think she was visiting family or something here in Arizona. And she said, hey, I'm in Mesa. Meet me at this restaurant. So I said, all right. I'm thinking that Candace and I are going to be the only two people at this restaurant. That I'm going to sit down across the table from her, get to meet her, see what she all about, see what we can do, work together, and just see where it go from there. And then when I show up to the restaurant, her whole family's there. I mean, it's like 6 people there. Her dad, aunties, cousins. And so it ended up being a whole dinner of debating about politics. And so it was me, Candace, and one of her cousins who was like pretty much conservative versus her dad and other people who weren't radical leftists, but they just disagreed on the Trump thing at the time. And some of them have changed their thought process now, but they disagreed about the Trump thing. But we went all night till the place closed. They had to kick us out of there. We were talking politics the whole time. It was incredibly fun. And so from that point, Candace and I became close. When we were cool, I think her family loved me, you know. So I put a good impression out there, and Candace and I were really cool. We were like brother and sister, you know, and so we just stuck together ever since then. You know, I was working for a company. Candace worked for Turning Point at the time. My company that I was working for almost went out of business after I left the police department. They almost went out of business. And then somebody said Moreno is our Messiah. And so Candace was like, hey, you need to come, you know, to Turning Point or whatever. So, I jumped on. We went to Turning Point. Me and Candace was working Turning Point, and then we co-founded Blexit. And then Candace and I worked Blexit. And she went on the PragerU. I ended up going on PragerU doing a video. Now she with the Daily Wire, and I've been on her show like 4 or 5 times. So I think it'd be 4 times already. So, Candace and I just, we're really good friends, and we both want to make it to the top and be the best that we can be. Somebody said, Brandon, what do you carry? I carry a Shadow Systems 9mm. Shadow Systems 9mm. That's the gun that I carry. That's my gun of choice. Best gun out there is the Shadow Systems 9mm. You can do the compact, not the full size. I haven't shot it yet. They sent it to me, but I haven't shot it yet. I have to try it out. But the compact is good. It's a little small because I have big hands, so it feels a little small. The full size feel perfect, but concealing the full size is a no-go. It's a pretty big gun. It's light, but it's big. All right. Do you carry? I carry everywhere I go. Everywhere I go. Everywhere I go. So if any one of you fools want to try me, I carry everywhere I go. So you better have a quick draw. Let's see. Scott said Candace seemed like family at this point. Yeah, we like family, man. Her dad and I and my wife, we go out to lunch and stuff all the time. We go to brunch all the time. He comes over my house. He was here for Thanksgiving. Like we like family. That's how I look at it. Somebody said you watch UFC. I didn't really watch UFC that closely until I went to the UFC fight, because it was here in Arizona. I said I'm gonna pull up. Somebody said, how often you hit the range? I was going a couple times a week, and then when my baby boy was born, it's kind of hard to get out there nowadays. But I mean, I got 6 years of shooting in the system. Thoughts on Nate Diaz? Nate Diaz is probably one of my favorite, if not my favorite, MMA fighter or UFC fighter. Nate Diaz is a boss, man. He crazy. He looked like he used drugs all day, but I like people that just be themselves and they're fearless. That's the type of people I like. Be yourself and be fearless. That's it. Nate Diaz is not a punk. He put on a fight. He ain't afraid to get hit, and the dude is scrappy. He fight to the very end. You better fight him to the whistle, because he'll end up knocking you out. He almost knocked that dude out. So Nate Diaz is like one of my favorite fighters right now. I mean, obviously I like Izzy. I'm biased. He's an African dude. I like him. You know what I'm saying? I'm biased. I ain't gonna lie. I like to see dudes that are underdogs be the winners. You know what I'm saying? I like to see the underdogs. And it ain't a lot of, to me, it ain't a lot of boss minorities in these sports, man. So some of them come across as underdogs, and I like to see them win. But at the end of the day, you better put your big boy pants on, because none of that stuff matter when you get hit in the face. But I like him, man. I think he's cool. One day we'll sponsor Izzy with our energy drink. Maybe Nate Diaz too. If we can get Nate Diaz a sponsorship of some sort. Yeah, I like UFC. UFC. I say right now is my favorite sport. It's my favorite sport. No, let me not say that. Professional cycling is my favorite sport. UFC is next, and then football, and then track and field. But like since the NFL put that Pride Month stuff, I'm not watching it. I'm not watching NFL this year. I'm not watching it. I was gonna try to get some good tickets. I'm not watching it. I'm not watching it. Only way, and I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Only way I will watch NFL football is if I was on the sideline and somehow like somebody I know invited me, somebody I know and I trust and I care about invited me to a game on the sideline. That's the only way I watch it. Other than that, you ain't catch me watching on TV, and I'm not spending no money on the NFL at all. And there's a lot of players that I really want to see play, but I'm not watching the NFL. And I'll say this. The only thing that I might watch, and I'm being 100% transparent, is if I'm on Instagram and I see a highlight, I may glance at the highlight. But you're not finna catch me watching no full game. You're not gonna catch me going to the game. I don't support the game. If I happen to see a highlight online, maybe I'll look at it, because some individual players I really want to see how they play. But the NFL overall, I can't support them. Let's see. Screw the NFL. Professional. Let me say this. Professional cycling is my absolute favorite sport. I wish. I can say I wish. Maybe in another life, even though I only think we get one of these, but the figure of speech in another life, I would have not played football, and I would have was attempted to be a professional cyclist. I would have loved to ride a Tour de France. You know, I would love the Giro, Paris-Nice. I would just love to be on board Hansgrohe or I mean, you can go down the list. I mean, I'm trying to think of any of the American teams that are EF Education. I think they changed the name. Ineos. I don't even think I'd be an Ineos rider. I probably would be on the kind of Quick Step. That'll be the kind of Quick Step will be my team, man. Or Bora will probably be my team because of my boy on there. Let's see. But it's funny that people probably don't know that about me. Somebody said Velodrome. No, I like road bike, Tour de France type stuff. Yeah, don't look like a cyclist. Yeah, man, I gained a lot of weight now, but man, I used to ride 200-300 miles a week. I used to ride like let me quit exaggerate. I used to ride like 200 to 250 miles a week. Somebody said ABL was suspended from YouTube. Your thoughts? It's an interesting thing because he got so many subscribers. I'm surprised they suspended him. He said it was only a week, so I figured that, you know, that'd be just a week, and then he back to rolling. Let's see. What am I talking about? I'm trying to catch y'all questions right here. Yeah, thank y'all. Make sure y'all hit the like button. I don't know if it's saying that my connection is bad. Thing look like it's working right over there. That's hooked right to the modem. The connection here shouldn't be bad. It's very weird, man. My phone doesn't even work good in my house anymore. It's very weird what's going on. How about golf? I never watch golf, and I've never played golf, and I may never play golf. I mean, maybe when I lose some weight and get into some business stuff, maybe I'll go golfing with some people for business purposes, but I have zero interest in playing golf. Somebody said, you way too big for cycling, bro. I mean, yeah. I mean, even when I was 212 pounds, I was too big. Even at 200 pounds, that 200 pounds is no way I'm going under 200 pounds. Well, one, I'm too old to do that. 34 years old, trying to be a cyclist, unless you've been doing it for, several years straight, it's kind of a hard life to live trying to be a cyclist. And I would never get under 200 pounds. And 200-pound cyclist is huge. There is only like one cyclist, I think, in cycling that was 100. I mean, I'm talking about more modern that I've watched. He was 190 pounds. Marcel Kittel was 190 pounds. And he was huge. He's a sprinter. He can't keep up with the guys on the mountain stages and nothing like that. So that was 190 pounds. Dude, I've never been, since I've been 18, I've never been 190 pounds. So it's no way I'm going to be a professional, But if I was down to like 200 pounds, I'll be pretty good. I could probably win a lot if I was 200, but I ain't nowhere near 200. And I don't know if I want to be skinny like that. Like, I don't know if I want to be skinny like that. My wife don't want me to get skinny like that because you got to be skinny, boy. You got to be a crackhead to ride bikes. Them dudes be like 155, 160, 6'3", 165. You like, God, dog. You are nothing but legs. And then they have skinny legs. They just nothing but veins. ABL was suspended. I think they said he made a video where he didn't falsify information about COVID or something like that. How hot is it in Arizona? It's 115 degrees in Arizona. It's 100 degrees at night in Arizona. That's how hot it is. It's hot. Did you catch the broken elbow last night? Yes. I saw it up front. I saw him go down. He rolled over, pulled the boy arm back like this. And his arm was like this, but that way. Like this. And the dude just went, "Rrr." And that dude was speaking some language I never understood. I guess he was trying to speak English, but he like from Germany or something. So he sound mean though. I ain't gonna lie. The kid that got his arm broke came into it. He was bumping. You could tell he was American. He was in there. And everybody was jamming. I was like, yeah. I want the Americans to win, man. Then the Russian dude come in there and he looked big and crazy. I was like, dang, that dude look like he finna kill this dude. I hope the black dude quicker or something, man, because he finna take a L. And it wasn't long after that, he got his arm in there. He went around, bent his arm all back, had no mercy. I think after he won, he said that the guy's arm was like a dead fish slapping on his body. I was like, ugh. But he really just dislocated his elbow. He didn't break it. He dislocated it. So his elbow was out over here. It was gnarly though. Frank said, I saw you live UFC fight. Yeah, it was fun. It was cool. That was a great fight, man. Let's see. What does your YouTube setup look like? Also, keep up the great work. I can't show it here because my camera is facing this way. And it's a camera that spirals. So we got another camera that used to be here and it looked down this way. Let's see, can you make an impeach Harris? I know, right? I might make some good content. Oh, speaking of that, we do have new shirts on the store. So you go on there. I forget the name. It's in the community tab. Did I see Terrence McKinney's KO? I did, but I was actually in the back when it happened, but I saw it on the TV. I just happened to go to the restroom when he KO'd. Oh, boy. Let's see. No data. It's weird. I don't know why Internet is really splotchy, man. I'm sorry. Would you ever let your son take MMA lessons? Yes. I'm actually going to sign him up for something. Because he got to be tough, man. Why was Paul Craig an underdog? His jiu-jitsu too good. That dude was bad, man. That Paul Craig dude was a bad mamma jamma, dude. He came in there ready to work. But yeah, I'm gonna sign my son up when he come and stay with me. I'm gonna sign him up for something, man. He got to get tough. You know, I wish that I was in fighting before I was I'm gonna tell you what, like, and I'm being honest with y'all. I'm just keeping it 100. I was tougher after being a cop than I was before I was a cop. I was tougher. Like, if I played football after being a cop, I would have been way more tougher football player. And the one reason is because before you, why is the live stream having a problem? I don't know why the live stream is having a problem, but you need to get hit in the face. You need to have some fights. You need to fight people. You need to get hit in the face. Like, you get hit in the face a couple times, you'll do better in life. I think a lot of people don't understand that. You know, I want my son to get down there and grapple, learn how to fight, learn how to get confidence. YouTube is I can't wait to get off of YouTube. Y'all have no idea. I hope my energy drink blow up. I love you guys, but I may be done with YouTube. Like, I cannot wait for to get from under the thumb of these people. It just make me so mad I want to cuss, but I'm watching the stream just really take a hit, and I don't know why it's going completely down. 1,000 people dropped off at one time. I can't wait to be done with this stuff, man. Y'all have no idea the effort and energy it takes to live stream, to talk about this political stuff every single day. Every day, just trying to get more info out, trying to inspire people. I'm so sick of this stuff, man, that it's crazy. And what they do, they trick you into it. You make content, you do it for the people, and then they pay you for it, right? They pay you. You get the advertisement income, and then so now you make an income, and now you don't want to walk away from it because that's how you make money. But, man, the games that they play, with your content, it just, years of this stuff, it just wears on you, man. And they act like they ain't doing it. You talk to them and they go, oh no, they're not censoring. No, they're censoring you. They got these algorithms that they put together that censor stuff that they don't want to go out. It's crazy to me. It's all, you know. Anyway, not sure if you follow boxing. Manny Pacquiao is a devout Christian and a true legend. He fight Errol Spence in August. If you want to see a good boxing match, I hope to go pro myself soon, and it will be a dream to use my gifts to glorify God. God bless you, B. Tatum. All right, well, good luck, man. Joe Box TV, good luck, man. Good luck. If you believe it, if you really believe it, it'll happen. If you really believe in something, it will happen for you. Yeah, YouTube is messing around, man. And they try to say, no, we're not doing nothing to your channel. Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. I used to have 10,000 people watching my channel at one time. Why all of a sudden you make videos now and 10,000 people used to watch this channel live? 10,000. And now 900 people on here when it was at 2,000 and dropped almost 2,000 people. Dropped almost 1,000 people. Why would it drop right here? Why would it drop? I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna show y'all the back end of this. See this? Why would it drop right here? This is stuff I'm talking about. 2000, drop. Why would this happen? Unless they had something to do with it. Fine. Going up, it's going up, it's going up. Because they don't notify people. They don't notify you. You're not going to get notified until we're 7-8 minutes deep. Then they finally push. I got 1.6 million subscribers. 1.6 million subscribers. And they barely notify people. They don't notify you. Don't notify you. Don't notify you. And then all of a sudden, oh, something happened. It was a glitch in the system. A glitch in the system. We don't know what happened. 2,000 people drop off. Oh, it was just a glitch. We don't know. I'm sorry. We don't know what happened. It's just the computer. You say something they don't want you to say, and it does this. If you tell me I'm lying, 2 years ago, me and one of my old friends were on here going in. They killed the channel in the middle of the chat. Killed the channel. Said I was bullying. God knows who. They didn't like what I said. They didn't like what I said. You know, I wish that conservatives had the power to say, we on our own platform. If you guys want to play games, you guys want to do this stuff, you want to demonetize your video. They demonetize my videos all the time. They demonetize every video. Just about. They used to be worse. They used to demonetize every video I put out. And then 24, 48 hours later, they give me the monetization back. Now, anybody know anything about YouTube, you get the most views in 24 to 48 hours. So you make no money in the 48 hours, and then they give you monetization back when your channel is when the video is peaking. So your monetization is probably 5% of what you would have gotten if they would have done the right thing at the beginning. They would have done the right thing at the beginning. That you monetize the channel and they demonetize it, and then they give you money back 2 days later, or give you the monetization back, meaning they allow ads to go on your video 2 days later. And then they tell you the reason why we're doing this is because you've been incorrect. Well, I don't know what they want at this point. You don't know what YouTube wants. You don't know what they want. You talk about this, it's demonetized. You like, well, I never said anything in it. I'm just talking about this subject that you don't like. So now it's demonetized. You talk about this subject. It was a video I made where somebody got shot and killed in the video. Monetized. The whole video monetized. I talk about Dr. Fauci, they demonetized. For 2 days and they gave me money back. It's like what happened to my money when y'all are wrong? When you're wrong. You demonetize my video before manual review. If I never got my videos manually reviewed, 90% of my videos would never be monetized. If I don't hit manual review, 90% of the videos they give back to me. 2 days later, 4 days later. It's just they know they got us. Because we gotta say what they want us to say, or they ban you. They let you build an audience, then they tell you can't talk about this, can't talk about this. It's crazy to me. It's frustrating because, you know, you wish you were competing in a free market. It's really not a free market. I can't say what I want to say. I can't say what I really feel. I only can say 90% of it. Because you say the wrong thing, they ban you for life. And then you ban and you don't know why you ban. You have no idea what's going on. They don't tell you. They just ban you. Same thing with Instagram. Same thing with my Instagram channel. I pay for marketing on I have a team of people who might pay to post and to cut my clips up and put them on my Instagram channel so I can keep my content going. People barely get the content anymore. 700 some thousand subscribers and a picture get like 5,000 likes. because they're not pushing your information after people. They're not. And you're shadow banned. It's crazy because people think shadow ban is not real. March 1st, they released the shadow ban of everybody on YouTube, at least all the conservatives. I went from getting 50,000 views on my video to 700,000 views on a video. You know how big a difference that is? 50,000 versus 700,000. I lost 40,000 subscribers when they start to shadow ban people. 40,000 some subscribers. That you work so hard to make content, to encourage people to join, and they ban you and do all this stuff. I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, I'm praying that my energy drink explodes. And obviously I'm going to make more stuff. I'm going to make a whiskey. I'm going to make some cigars. I pray that this energy drink thing explodes to where I can give the middle finger to YouTube. And I probably would. And just go to Rumble or something. Because they are just, it's, we live in such a weird world. We live in a weird world. We live in such a weird environment that should never be tolerated in the United States of America. Based on our Constitution and what it stands for and what we stand for as people, we should never accept this. We should never accept these people doing this, especially if they're getting government subsidies. The government is subsidizing some of these big tech companies. And then they shadow their silence and speech. It's just, you know, it's crazy. I'm so angry sometimes. I'm just so angry sometimes with the direction of our country. Joe Biden is the dumbest person on planet Earth. And it's even dumber that people think he's not dumb. That makes it worse. They go to the G Summit doing this stupid stuff. And then they hug each other when they think the camera ain't on. What the is this? Y'all hug, you and the Biden and the other fool like this together. Talking to each other like this. Got his hand on his back. Then if you got your hand on the back, then why in the are you bumping elbows? They just playing with us in front of the world. Then they separate in little squares. Do you know how stupid this is? Y'all have no idea how. I'm gonna go smoke a cigar after this, because do you know how stupid these people think? We gotta stop letting these people do this to us. You know how stupid we look just letting these politicians just run the world, run us into a dang hole. God knows I want to cuss. Run us into a hole because they just politicians and we're supposed to let them just do it. All this mask mandate stuff that they did. Fauci comes out saying something completely contradictory to what he's saying to the public behind the scenes. Nothing happens. They out here doing this. Look, everybody, we're social distancing. We're showing the world how to do it. And then when they off camera, they kissing each other. In each other's face like this. Not a glove, not a mask, nothing like this. There's more stuff I want to say, but I don't want to get banned. How dare you? How dare you mother freaking people play us like that? How dare you think you can play 300 million people like that? You just get up and say something and do something different. And we just fall in line. Oh, I guess it's right. What? People need to start going to prison over some of this stuff. What? These people don't run us. They are representatives. They're not leaders. They don't lead nothing. They represent. That means you go there and do what I tell you to do there. You're representing me. Me. You're not representing yourself. You're a brand. You're representing me. If I vote for you to go there, you go there and you check back and see how I want you to vote. You don't go vote on your own. You check back with your constituency. How do you guys want me to vote on this? You don't just go in there like you a big dog, like you a celebrity. Man, these people, man. That's how I feel about it. Coming in there, spending hundreds of millions of dollars on a campaign. Just throwing money. It's all a scam. No, they ain't gonna win. Throwing money, flying on private jets and doing all this and all that, living the life on your hard-earned money because you think they're gonna get in office and do something. And they don't care if they win. You care. They don't care. You lying in their pockets. And they do this again next year. Do it again next pay cycle. While you looking at that $5, wondering, should I give this to the church or should I go ahead and donate so-and-so's campaign? They don't care. They don't care. They go down to Washington. They don't care about what you talking about, man. It's easier to go along and get along. They go down there and get along. That's all they do. They go down there and go along and get along. That's what they do. Go down there and hang out. They drinking on the weekend, getting paid six-figure salaries, just hanging out, doing dirty deals, setting themselves up for success in case they lose the election or they're going to be a career politician. It's crazy to me. The fact that anybody would say they're going to ban AR-15, like, go to hell. That's what I'm going to say. Go to hell. I hope you go to hell. Because you're not doing it with good intentions. Because you don't care about gun violence. You don't care about gun violence. You don't care. You're lying. You're lying. Handguns kill way more people than the rifles do. And you know well that there's no such thing as an assault rifle, an assault weapon. There's no such thing. You know it's no such thing, but you say it anyway for propaganda. They know they're just saying it for propaganda. Propaganda. You know it ain't real. Nobody know. There's no such thing as an assault rifle. It ain't real. They know it ain't real. But they say it anyway. For propaganda. Most people are killed with handguns. All the gang violence is handguns. Then most of the handgun deaths are suicides. So they know that they know they don't care. More people get beat to death with bare knuckles and getting stomped to death than people getting killed with ARs. But we care about the people. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. Because homicide is not the leading cause of death for people in America. It's not. It's heart disease and all that stuff. So how about you spend your money, your effort and energy in nutrition? If you want to ban something, ban McDonald's. Because it's a business just like the firearm manufacturers are. So you want to ban firearm manufacturers, but you want to ban McDonald's. Which one is going to kill you quicker? An AR-15 or dying from cardiac arrest, high cholesterol, blood pressure, and obesity? Which one kills more Americans? Then ban the foods that's killing us, that you put sugar in, which is a drug that gets you addicted to something, and then you're addicted. McDonald's is just as bad as cigarettes. They put nicotine, which is addictive. Well, they put sugar in here, which is addictive. And now you're addicted. Same thing with Starbucks. You're addicted, but Starbucks don't seem to be that bad for you. McDonald's, Taco Bell, Jack in the Box. These places are not, they don't care. That's not meat. That's like meat, chicken, leg products. That's not real, authentic, 100% beef raised right over here in a farm, cut up and served to you. Man, that stuff frozen, packaged. They got all kind of stuff in it. Preservatives. People are dying all day, not because of them specific places, but because of bad health and poor nutrition. You want to give a stimulus, stimulate money to people to go to the gym, give them a free gym workout. Give them a pass to go to these gyms. Subsidize gyms where people can go in there and get one a month until they can afford to pay for it. or whatever the case may be. I don't know about that because then people run your gym down. Incentivize people to work out. Health, nutrition. We don't care about people. They don't give a flying flip about your life. It's all about politics. Politics, man. If they cared about your life, then they wouldn't have legalized abortion. They don't care about you. They care. What do they care? Instead of telling young women to keep their legs closed, they say, oh, have as many abortions as you can. Look, man, let me tell you this. Abortion don't cure the problem. It doesn't. The problem is not the baby. It's your behaviors before you had the baby. You are the problem, not the baby. Abortion isn't going to stop you from being a problem. Abortion is going to give you a temporary roadblock for you to keep being a, you know what? 90+% of these abortions are all people who are using this stuff for birth control. Not because you got, taken advantage of. No. That's rare. Less than 1%. The rest of y'all, you know what you're doing. Country don't care. The president, the country don't care about you. Yeah, go on down there and mess yourself up emotionally. Go on down there. Go. Yeah. Live with that regret for the rest of your life. And I know you regret it. You know you regret it. But they lied to you and said everything's going to be okay. You're going to be able to go down in your career. Then you mess around and never have a baby, or you have a baby and you realize that you just killed one of the babies that looked like this one, that would have been alive, that would have been goo-goo gaga and crying and changing diapers. You had one. You killed it. They don't prepare you for that part, do they? Yeah. It'll haunt you at night. And I hope it does. And I hope you pray that God can give you a deliverance. Now, let me take that back. If you know better and you do it, I hope it haunts you. If you young and you going down the wrong path, then I pray that God have mercy on you. But you grown and you doing 2 or 3, 4 of these, you are a bad person. I ain't say you're a bad person. You are doing bad things as a person. That's what it is. They don't care. They don't care about you. They don't care about you. And you don't care about you or your kids. You lay down, then you take responsibility for what you laid down and did. Let me give you a perfect example. There's a young lady, to this day, it breaks my heart. Young lady, slept with a dude. He didn't want to be involved. Kid came out with a mental disability to where she's going to have to take care of him for the rest of his life. Did she go and get rid of him? No, she didn't. She kept him. She's raising him. Daddy, I don't know where he at. She raising that kid by herself. She raising him by herself. She could have had a big excuse. Well, he's going to come out disabled. I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to deal with that.